This girl puts her purse down. The boy sees the purse, picks it up, and runs away. The girl says, "You messed with the wrong girl. Stop." She takes off her shoes and runs after him. A police officer sees them and also starts running after them. Finally, the girl catches him and gets shocked when she sees him. "Daniel, you?" The boy says. "Camila?" The girl says, "This is mine." The boy feels ashamed and says, "Forgive me. I didn't know it was you." The officer arrives and says, "Once again, you are doing your bad acts." She also says, "Miss, this young man stole your purse. Now you will have to spend many days in jail." The girl says, "Wait." The officer says, "Why?" She says, "I have a better idea." The officer says, "I don't understand." The girl asks the boy, "Where did you learn to run so fast?" He says, "It's the result of experience and practice." The girl says, "Officer, my suggestion is not to take him to jail, but let him join the running race with me." The officer says in surprise, "Him? In a race? Didn't you see how he runs?" She says, "I saw, but he runs exactly at my speed, and I'm a national runner." The girl says to the boy, "If you win, you will get a scholarship and prize money. Life is giving you a chance." The boy says, "No, I don't believe it." The officer says, "Then you will go to jail." The boy quickly says, Wait, if I run once, then you won't send me to jail." She says, "Only for this time." The boy says, "Okay, agreed." Then the girl takes the boy to the coach and says, "Coach, I have a runner." The coach says, "Camila, the race is in 3 hours. We don't have time to train him." She says, "Just do a test, please." The coach asks, "Where did you find him?" She says, "In the local race. He runs very fast. He stole my purse, but in the race, he got ahead of me." The coach says in surprise, "Ahead of you?" She says, "Yes, that's why I'm telling you." The coach says, "Okay, boy, stand there. Start running on the whistle." The whistle blows. The boy runs. The girl shouts, "Run, run! Police is coming." The coach asks, "Where is the police?" She says, "This is our way of motivation." The boy runs really fast and comes back. The coach says, "He can even win a gold medal, prize, and scholarship. Let's take the risk. You prepare him mentally for today's race." The girl says, "Okay." Then the girl says to the boy, "You are the same boy with tiny teeth. Do you remember?" He says, "I remember. You have also changed a lot." The girl asks, "Why are you picking people's pockets?" The boy feels ashamed and says, "I don't do it for fun. I have debts. I just want to pay them and live a clean life." She says, "Do you remember in childhood, I used to like you?" The boy says, "Really? I also liked you, but I never had the courage to say it." The girl says, "If you win today, I have a surprise for you." He says, "What surprise?" The girl says, "If I tell you, then it won't be a surprise." Then the coach comes and says, "The race is about to start. Let's go." The boy then runs against 2 other young men. The girl again shouts, "Run! Police! Police is here!" The boy runs even faster and finally wins. He falls down there tired. The girl goes near him. The same officer pours water. The boy stands up. The girl says, "You won." He says, "Did I win?" "Yes, you won. And this is my surprise." She kisses him. Then the police officer says, "Now don't waste this chance. Leave the wrong path." The boy says, "Yes, I promise. I will leave everything." The coach comes and says, "This is the new superstar of the city." Everyone claps and congratulates him. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.